Hey guys, welcome to a new Delta Force video. Today I want to go over 12 things that you might not know you can do in the game. And we're gonna start with our medic here and with those little drones. And maybe this is something a lot of people find out by now, but what you can do instead of just sending them straight is actually to tell them where to go. So you just hold the mouse button and then move it around. And then you can make kind of a curve smoke. And this is pretty useful if you, like what I did right here, just block a road to cross it for your teammates, or a certain pathway or around a corner or whatever you want to do with it, you can control it. And then there is the smoke grenade, this one right here, and what you can do here is that you can turn it into a healing cloud of smoke. So you just throw it and then shoot at it with a healing pistol, and then it turns into a healing cloud, and whoever is in there inside this cloud will get healed automatically. And what happens as well, because I had this happening to me a few times already, is when you walk into an enemy healing cloud, it will slow down your movement. I'm not quite sure if this is a feature or a bug, but like I said, I had this happening to me a few times by now, so I think it is actually a feature. And this is something else you can do. Good thing it worked right here. Is that you can also kill enemies with the healing pistol. Works on pretty long range. It was just an assist, unfortunately. And it's also extremely fast. So if an enemy catches you reloading, or you have the healing pistol in your hand already because you were healing your teammates, just shoot at him with the pistol as well. Now, switching to our next operator, Luna, and her arrows. She has this EMP arrow, and you can either shoot it at an area and then deals aerial damage around it, but what you can do as well is shoot it directly at an enemy, and then it will get stuck, which gives you additional points. And when the enemy is not removing it, and there's only a really short time frame where they can remove it, they will die within 3 clicks of the arrow. But like I already said, if you're on the receiving end of this and this arrow gets stuck to you, let me put it right here again, this arrow gets stuck to you, you have a short time frame that you can hold the H key and then you can remove it from your body. And what you can do as well with the EMP arrow, but really only with the EMP arrow, not with the spotting arrow, is to enable a rebound function. This is not mentioned anywhere, I think, at least I haven't read it. And when you press the right mouse button, it will activate rebound. It is turned off by default. So by default, it is turned off, and then when you shoot the arrow, it will get stuck in the ground, like I showed you before. But with a rebound turned on, what happens is that it bounces off the ground and it gives you a little more path that you can cross, a little bit more distance that you can cross. And you can also, especially in the Ascension map, for example, when you're shooting it into these tunnels on, I think, the second sector, when you're shooting it into these tunnels, you can have it bounce off of a wall and basically shoot it around the corner. So I think it's more helpful there than just shooting it across a path. And then we have Shepard, and especially his sonic traps that you can place somewhere, no matter where, and usually you place them and forget them, and if an enemy walks past them, it will automatically get activated and they get slowed down, and it also deals damage. You can even kill enemies with them. But what you can do as well is that you point your crosshair at it. If you're sitting behind cover, for example, and you know, hey, there are enemies coming right here, but maybe they're not necessarily walking past it, so they activate it. Or they're sitting behind cover and you just throw the sonic trap, but when they're not moving, they're not activating it. So you can activate it from distance. You point your crosshair at it and then press F and it gets activated. Now it's gone already. It gets activated. I'm going to show you again from distance. And then we have a Shepard's gadget, which is the active denial system. That's one of the gadgets that you can equip for him. But this is basically like a trophy system that you can place somewhere, and then it intercepts incoming explosives and grenades and stuff. Just gotta finish this dude over here. But what it does as well, which I think a lot of people don't know, is that it also intercepts knives, throwing knives from Heckclaw, and I'm pretty sure I also saw it intercepting arrows from Luna. So it is probably a lot more useful than a lot of players think. What's also important in the game, and what probably not a lot of people know, because honestly I haven't seen it in any other game yet, is that you can hold breath with every weapon, or almost every weapon. I'm not sure about the pistols though, but when I have my AR here and hold breath, it also stabilizes the weapon in the same way it does with a sniper rifle or with a marksman rifle. And especially on distance, I think this might be the key to some people that will laser you from each and every angle, because maybe they use this a bit more. And you can see how my crosshair or my red dot is moving if I'm not holding breath, and how it actually stops moving and how a lot more accurate it gets when I'm holding breath. So be sure to use this on each and every one of your rifles, and not just for the sniper rifles. And then something else that I think is pretty well made actually, is that when you have several lasers and flashlights and whatever else you can equip to your barrel, if you have them equipped, or if you have just one equipped, you have access to a plus menu that allows you to activate or deactivate all of these attachments separately, which I think is pretty helpful, especially when you just want access to a specific one of those gadgets. You maybe want your laser to be on all the time, but you don't want your tag light to be on all the time, and the second tag light as well, because when you only press the Y button, you will enable or disable the whole thing in your whole package of whatever you have on your barrel. And when you hold the Y button, you will bring up this system right here that allows you to do this. And what's actually pretty cool as well is that when you have a light equipped, you can also have kind of like a flashlight shock, or whatever it's called. So you can have like a stroboscope effect, or I don't know if it's called like this in English as well, but in Germany we would call it like this. And what is important as well is that vehicles have damage zones. So the back of the vehicle is more vulnerable than the side of it. Ah, shit. But you saw what I mean. So if you're trying to hit a vehicle, try to hit it at the back or the side of it. At the front, it has the most armor, so it's the least vulnerable. And when you are in a vehicle, be sure to never turn your back at the enemy. You shouldn't do this anyhow, but in a vehicle it's even more important. So don't give them your vulnerable side to attack. And what you can do as well is that with a well-aimed shot to the turret or also to the tracks, you can disable these parts of the vehicle. And as a driver, this is pretty annoying actually, because you can't drive as fast anymore, or you can't move your turret as fast anymore. So this is something that is really useful as well. Now that vehicle is done for. And then there is something about the map Ascension that I just wanted to show you. In the third sector, you're in this mountain right here, and you have all of the caves and tunnels and whatever inside of this. So usually there's an objective right here and then another one over there, close to the two main entrances. But what you can do as an attacker as well, as a defender as well, but also as an attacker, you have access to this path here. And that's something a lot of people ignore. So what you can do is you walk over here, all the way over here. Here's a zip line. And as an attacker, you can get up here and then walk all the way across to the back entrance of the cave. And this is right here. And if you have a tactical beacon already, you can place it here so you can get back in, and your squad mates can get in here as well. And then you can basically attack the defenders from behind. And this is a flank that I think a lot of people don't know about. And if you're watching this video, now you know, and you can use it for yourself. Don't worry, there are not too many people watching my videos, so it's not like everyone will know about it, but you will know about it, so you have a bit of an advantage. Alright guys, that was it for today. I hope you found the video helpful, and if you did, be sure to drop a like or a comment below if you have any more tips that I didn't mention so far. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman, and you are awesome.